Hey, what's up? I'm back with a quick video. Today, the subject really is more about, balance or homeostasis or, equality or, having some sort of semblance in your life. At the end of the day, we're all equalizers. We're trying to make sure that everything stays on the right surface, on the right balance, on the right curve. If you're a digital artist and you do any color grading with images or video, you're always trying to balance out the black and the white points and everything in between, the levels. And of course, if you're an audio guy, an audio technician, you're there mixing the equalizer and you're making sure that the volumes, the pitches, the treble, the basses, that they're all equal, so that when at the end of the day, when everything is said and done creatively, everything looks, feels, and sounds uniform. It feels cohesive. It doesn't feel like you have high treble, low bass, and that kind of screeching sound that you get in your ear, or an image that you pushed all of the whites and you minimize the blacks and the image is all blown out. We all have that alchemy, that we're kind of like chemistry testers, in our own life. And we have to be sure to balance those things out every now and then. You might love like crazy, you have to have balance. Can't just love haphazardly. I know that sounds stupid. You have to have caution in there. You have to have awareness in there. You have to also know that intentions play a part of things. You have to also be realistic with, the reciprocation of love. You can have an anger problem, and if you're angry all the time, you throw things off the spectrum, you just lose it or fly off the handle over everything. And you have no compassion and you have no love. Then there's respect, and then there's such a thing as too much respect. So there's such a thing as too much anything. So if there's anything that you get in this message, really just think about it. It's find that balance, like I said, that homeostasis, that point of, okay, this is home, all right. And now circumstances are going to dictate how you equalize, the volume or the images. How you're going to equalize that, your car tire blows out, boom, something's going to go off the scale there. Okay, how do you equalize that? Your relationship isn't going like you plan, whatever relationship that is, there are multiple, everything is a relationship to me. It's a different type of relationship, but nonetheless, boom, what do? You constantly in a state of, I hate to use the word flux because it feels so imbalanced, but the reality of life is that, there are all of these different variables that cause these imbalances. And our job as we get older and as we get wiser and as we get smarter is to kind of just find all the tools that we know on that motherboard, on that board, to equalize things. And, really, if you do that, what you're doing is you're saving yourself a lot of time. Like I said, you can have so much hate and then wind up in the hospital because the biochemistry in your body was just so toxic that your body literally imploded on itself. You can have so much love for somebody that you completely live in this life of total bliss that certain realities get pushed aside. It could be a myriad of things. Fear, being nervous, being anxious, being too kind. Again, there is such a thing as being too, T-O-O, of anything. And we want to make sure that, as human beings, as we get older, that we kind of just, find that balance, and that's going to have to change and be adjusted every day. But at the end of the day, the driver of everything I would have to say would be, and this is kind of like the underlying current, the things that we do and should do should be driven by love. Now, from love, you know, I can make a lot of bullets, sub-bullets to that, you know, like compassion, respect, integrity, humility, honor, and so on and so forth, you know, because that love would drive that. And when you're doing things in love or with love, you'll start to see that at the very least, you have a base that you can always go back to. And you would only have that love, okay, if you have the love of God in you. And when you're dealing or thinking about God, for example, you know, a lot of people go, well, I don't believe in God, or what God are you talking about, and the multiple gods, and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, we all know, no matter what, at the end of the day, because we go home to ourselves and our mind is always with us, you know, what that means to you specifically. But when you have that, you'll know that the same creator that created you created all other human beings, and immediately that love will permeate in your life, and you'll start to have these things like compassion, respect, honor, integrity, not just for yourself, but to other people. And that's really where your baseline would be, so that you can find or constantly try to get this balance in your life. So if there's anything you take from this message, like I always say, even if it's just one person that takes anything, is everybody goes through stuff. Many people go through different things for different reasons. Some people bring it upon themselves, and so, you know, calamity befalls them, and they really brought it onto themselves. And then some people, you know, again, using God, he'll make sure that he exterminates or expunges that toxicity or whatever it is that you're using too much. He'll kind of like repel all of your natural human chemistry, your mindset, your heart, to just get it out of you. And if he has to make it hurt in the process in order for you to wake up, then that's what needs to happen. I mean, at the very core, actually, if you think about it, you know, at the basics of chemistry, you know, when you have a stomach ache, that's your body telling you something's wrong. When you have a headache, that's your body telling you something's wrong. When you have a fever, that's your body telling you something's wrong, and so on and so forth. And then depending on what that thing is, whether it's a stomach ache, a headache, or whatever ache, we can always get to the root of where those things develop. But they will only be expelled and expunged out of your body only if you knew that the pain was actually surfacing. So the pain will bring to surface what's the issue, so that you can look at the issue and say, okay, I need to fix this. And we don't want any temporary patches, so we really try to go deep and, like I said, just take it out at the root, so that you don't have that anymore. So listen, guys, every time I give you advice, you know, again, it's stuff that I practice in my own life, or practiced in my own life, and so I can speak from examples, from real life examples. And you know, I don't believe in reinventing the wheel, so when I speak to you guys, it's so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Don't wait till you're 51 years old to gather wisdom. I mean, good wisdom would be for you to take advice from someone who's been there. Don't reinvent the wheel, and then this way you don't have to go through any type of turmoil in your life, or at least with respect to you having control over it. All right, guys, so that's it. I kept it under 10 minutes. Yes. All right. Hope you have a good weekend. We'll talk again. Peace.